slick Rick the ruler. I'm cooler than an ice brick. Got soul like those Afro pics with the black fish and leave a crowd dripping like John the Baptist. Bust it, lottie dottie. Who likes to party like slick Rick the ruler? I'm cooler than an ice brick. Got soul like those Afro pics with the black fish and leave a crowd dripping like John the Baptist. Bust it, lottie dottie. Who likes to party? Bust it, lottie dottie. Who likes to party? Bust it, lottie dottie. Bust it, lottie dottie. Bust it, lottie dottie. Who likes to party like slick Rick the ruler? I'm cooler than an ice brick. Got soul like those Afro pics with the black fist and leave a crowd dripping like John the Baptist. It's the cause of that. Oh shit, the skits I kick flows like catfish. Ain't got many MCs on the blacklist. I'm sharp as a cactus, plus quick to bust gymnastic tactics. Us roots is really true to that rap shit. Now holla to the scholarly streets, gas to follow me. Back to the soul shack with packs of rap colonies. Max that foreign objects is mad abstract. Make shot rack. I bet I wanna go like me shack fly. So the nappy got a bookworm, shoe styles like sperm. Cool as Mac a little with the conga line perm burn. The earth sticks like wicks and flips when I slaps the hand of my mellow, my man, Malik B.
What's going down, y'all? What's going down, y'all? What's going down, y'all? That's bad, Yo, some people got good friends, at night I live my life right, intense. On the edge, on the wire. I'm from the group where friction leads to fire. Stack your bricks, the time is take your pick. Do it, don't. The track, out the yo, my life is good. I got my peeps in the mix, so.
Worst come to worst, my people's come. Ladies and gentlemen, sing up. Poetic beats.
Hello, this is Queen Candy Cole.
Mickey there.
Queen Candy Cole.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
What's
Yay!
up? Hey,
Welcome to the Lovelight.
welcome. We
Hi,
back.
guys. We back again.
This is the official Lovelight Show.
This is the Black Blazer Show.
Yes.
Get into it. You know what I'm saying? Get into it. Hi, Mickey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Everything's awesome. I don't see Mickey until I come to Lovelight, so this is fun.
That is true.
Yeah, it's November 18th, 2015. It's already the end of the year. I don't know where the year went. I don't know what I did.
I know, right?
But it's like Thanksgiving next week, and I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna be in Vegas, so if you're in Vegas next week, holler at
You're
me.
in Vegas for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
You stay in Vegas?
Yes, I do. I leave when I'm broke, and then I go back when I have more money. I'm addicted. Sorry.
I see.
My bad. But I will be there with the whole family.
Do you come back with money?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I break even, so I'll gamble, I'll take something, and then I come back with the same amount I took, so that's winning, right? That's winning, right?
Yeah. You feel like a winner then.
I feel like a winner.
Yes.
Mickey hates Vegas.
I do.
But she's the luckiest person in the world.
I'm not in Vegas. That's why I hate Vegas.
Whatever.
No.
Whatever. What you been up to, young lady?
Just working, twerking, the usual.
Just twerking.
Yeah.
Just twerking.
Yep.
You're going to twerk for the Love Light?
A little later.
You haven't twerked all year. We did this for a year. You haven't twerked once.
Not on camera.
Boom.
See?
Boom. Boom.
But yeah, just been chilling, working on some new tunes.
Rap stuff?
Rap stuff, hip hop stuff, and
Mario, the producer, said he be twerking. I don't know why he needed to interject that without coming out here and twerking, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But introduce the love light. We just jumped right into it. The love light. The love light. The love light.
The love light is a light that shines from within when your passion meets your purpose and you are at the height of your divine design. And the Love Light Show is all about passion and purpose and people sharing their passions. We share ours and letting our love light shine.
Word up. And people with their love light shining bright are all up on this situation here.
All up in it.
All up in here.
All
Tonight we
in
got
it.
some love light shining bright.
Yes.
We have
We got Jody Silly in the building.
Jody Silly's here. She's
Yes.
here. Like I just saw her. Like we hugged, we embraced. Like it was like awesome, you know, because she's dope. She's here. She's here.
Yep.
We got Dawn Gunn.
We got
Dawn
Dawn
Gunn.
Gunn.
Finally.
In the system.
In the
Pretty
building.
ill.
Finally.
Yeah.
Here.
She's here.
You know, because our organism, we're going to try to do our little spotlight and get him going. So it's going to be a very, very, very fun show. And we also have, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff in hip hop that we agree or don't agree with. A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, pay to play, maybe, maybe not.
Pay to play. I mean, ticket sales. Just
Ticket
kidding.
sales. Ticket sales.
Pay to play. We're going to talk about pay to play. And if you want to chime in at any point tonight, but when we're talking, you can call the number up in the corner, 760-798-9848.
It's in the corner. It's right. It's right. It's right. It's right there.
Right there. Right there.
There. Whatever. Holler! 760-798-9848. Queen Candy Cole, Mickey Vale, Love Light, you're tuned in. We got DJ J Fresh in the building tonight, rocking with us, and he's going to set it up.
And we're going to get into this video by Open Mike Eagle Kavanaugh.
Open mic, shout out to you, sir.
Yes.
You the illest.
Yo, oh, shit. Yeah. You're not taking food off my table. I owe 200 grand in back taxes. I just wanna see you on your mattress. Eat your food and watching your actions. Look at your cable, touching your navel. Take you out dancing after that bagel. Got you a gift in the trunk of my Sable, but you're not taking food off my table.
Heart of darkness, extra nothing. I don't know combos and pressing buttons. Accept what I get and question nothing. Except for myself when I'm high with you. Listen to myself breathe through my nasal. Nice and clean, we smell the witch hazel. Why ask why I rely so graceful? Leave the book on the coffee table.
Cause you're not taking food from my table. I just spent 2 G's on these glasses. Wake up in the morning, I can see your cactus. Wish you good luck as you try to actress. Watching your cable from your mattress. Bring me a cup so I can sip on my ashes. Got you a gift in the trunk of my table. You're not taking food from my Sable.
Brand new questions, old dimensions, RC Pro Am, pole position, Donnie Simpson, Julie Brown, celebrity skin tags move around. I'm invented, this island isn't, so find which mind designed this kitchen. Clear my sinus, hear my silence, don't trust fingers near my eyelids.
Had this one chick but she would not listen. Went to the bank, all my money was missing. Supposed to pay my tax but she went out dancing. Played me for the fool, I was still romancing. So you're not taking food from my table. I just wanna see you on your mattress. Bring me a cloth so I can wipe my glasses. Pop that trunk, I can give you them bagels.
I might lose it, truly let go. Kick the train door and sue the metro. Buy new software and do electro. And start to feel weird cause I'm too successful. Buy my book though, buy my house. I clear out next week and fly right out. Book it now, my funds are unstable. Ain't no books hot under that table.
Open Mic Eagle, we love you. Kavanaugh, shout out. They just dropped something. Open Mic in Serengeti equals Kavanaugh. Go get it. It just dropped. And now, Jody Silly's here.
Jody Silly.
Yay! Welcome to the Lovelight. Thank you
Thanks
so much
for having me.
for coming
This
on.
random neighborhood and very far from practicing. Are we in LA?
No, I don't
not
even know where
LA.
we are.
We're
I
in-
drove 2 hours from LA, so I don't think we're in
We're
LA.
in North
anymore.
Oh,
Funny.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Where,
I
where do you
live
live?
south of the 8, so, everything.
What is
south
that?
of the 8 is...
The 8 freeway.
No,
in
we're
another part of
south
the-
of the
Oh.
8. What's?
I live in Golden Hill, which is outside
Oh,
of
we're
downtown.
neighbors.
Are we?
Yeah.
Like, there was a farmer's market in Golden Hill.
Yeah.
Yes, there still is.
Yeah. Every Saturday.
Every Saturday, 10
Yeah.
to 2.
I'm in Sherman Heights.
Ah,
I used to live in Golden Hill.
Yeah.
I'm
Some
in
nice
Sherman
houses.
Oaks. Nowhere near Sherman Heights.
Everything in that neighborhood's like super old and it's in the flight path, so you get...
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I didn't
really
I didn't know
old
that until I
houses.
moved in to my place. I don't know how I missed it before that, but
Airplanes
the day I
just-
moved the airplanes, the day I moved in, I was like, what's going on?
I think they probably
Everything
scheduled
was
the open
shaking.
house around
Right.
no flights landing. That's how they do it. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the journey to the Mighty J's radio studio. We are in
This is
San
great.
Marcos. Yeah, it's awesome, right?
I had no idea.
Right?
I walked in and I was like, whoa.
So Jody Seeley, like, what is it exactly? I know you are awesome from one end to the next, and you're a videographer, and you do all these things. If someone said,
Uh-oh.
Jody, yeah, I know Jody. She's the
Well, primarily I'm the founder and president of the Film Consortium San Diego, and then I teach as well across different colleges. I teach video and editing and production and cinema classes. And then, right now we, I make film and have made film or, smaller projects and short films and different things over about 12-year period. And then more recently it's kind of gone all in the whole film realm and TV realm. And are working on a TV show for KPBS right now called Film in Diego. So that's what's
Nice.
consumed my life for the last 2 months.
okay.
So it's a show about local film. It's a show about the winners of the San Diego Film Awards and film history and locations. And we've got a host that's a comedian, Dallas McLaughlin. He's really, really, really funny. And we kind of go around San Diego and do little sort of documentary / fiction style segments. It's kind of like Good Eats meets Anthony Bourdain. That's how I've been describing it.
Nice. Okay.
So it's going to be a regular series?
6-part series
Cool.
coming out on January 28th.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And actually on PBS SoCal.
Nice.
Not sure when the date on that is, but after we finish it, they
long as it's
have
coming.
agreed to take it and
As
play
long as
it.
it's coming.
Yeah.
Are you a native of San Diego?
No, I'm from Vermont.
That's interesting. How did you end up in San Diego from Vermont?
I got in a Toyota Corolla in Boston, Massachusetts. Well, I graduated, or I went to college. I was like a farm / government housing kid in Vermont, but I was smart. So when I got through high school, at some point, maybe at 18, 17, one of my teachers said, you should go to college. And I'm like, I can't go to college. We can't afford that. So I went home and I was like, I should go to college. So I said, I should go to college. That's what they said at school today. My mom's like, we're too broke for that. Join the military like your sister. And I'm like, but I can't get up at 5 a.m. I'm going to go to college. So I kind of put the effort in. My
Nice.
dumb little mind, the things and decisions you make at
How
17.
geniuses are born. Yeah, it's always the crazy ones that are awesome.
I ended up going to Boston College, which little did I know was a private Catholic Jesuit school. I picked it because my ex-boyfriend didn't get in. So I was like, oh, I'll go to that college. Sure. Sounds like the best college
That's
ever.
all good back at him.
I know.
Look at me.
I'm here.
I would say to people, I'm like, they would say, what are you doing when you turn 18? And I had this program response. Whenever anyone asked that, I would say, get as far away from here as I can get, which is small town Vermont. And I got to Boston.
How far is that from?
3 hours.
Oh, yeah, you really.
It was like another country.
But now you really did get as far
I
as
did, actually. If you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm as far away
Better than the
from
universe.
I'm in the corner of the country.
Yeah. What did you major in at Boston?
Sociology and women's studies. It's like feminisms, minor / like, I could have gotten like a diversity studies under minor, but I had to pick one, and I was like, women's studies, sure. So I ended up taking a lot of cool like psychology classes. BC is a really good school. They have teachers that are like incredible people, you know, that they had my feminism teacher was Mary Daly, who was like a huge feminism lady from like the 70s.
And that's your teacher.
And she was my teacher. And she'd come in and she'd like, I'd slam the door and be like, I hate this school, you know. Okay, but I learned, you learn a lot.
Right.
The head of my department was like a goth, like transvestite-ish, like
Interesting.
Fun.
like 55-year-old with like who'd wear little scarves like this and like a mohawk. And you're at BC, which is like a private Catholic school. So
Interesting.
I know.
You
It's
stood out a
really
little bit.
interesting. I stood out a lot of it.
Yeah. How did you get into film?
When I moved out to San Diego, so we graduated from Boston College. I moved out here with one of the first people that I hung out with in college, which was Al Howard. I don't know if you know Al Howard.
Alfred Howard.
Alfred
Yeah,
Howard, yes. So Alfred Howard and I and a friend of ours named Joe Milne got into a car and drove to California. We're like, we're going to move to California. It's cold out here. We want to go somewhere
Are
warm.
you serious? Just went up.
So we just drove to California and took a month across the country and went through the South and went up the coast, came down, moved to California. We're going to stay for 6 months. And here we are, both of us.
Wow,
16 years later.
Yeah, it's been a minute because I've seen him in the scene for years and years. Yeah.
His first thing he ever wrote, he read on a mic, an open mic that we had on my birthday, like in like 99 or like 2000 when we first moved here. First thing he ever wrote, the first time he was ever on a mic was at my birthday.
Wow.
And now we can't shut him up.
You set it up.
I'm
Set
glad
that
you
out.
I have a book of his that I found at a thrift store one day
I'm gonna
with
tell
a
him that.
CD that has a CD in it.
If you read the first two pages of that, the like prologue, is that what it's called? I wrote the prologue.
Really?
You'll find my name in it.
Wow, full
The
circle.
connection.
Yeah.
The universe. Wow.
So when you guys drove across country, I mean, did you have somewhere to stay? Did you have a job? You just balls to the
No, I mean
wall?
we were straight out of college and we were kind of like no one had a job and so it was like, well, there's not much to lose right now. It's just kind of like
Right.
maybe there's more out there. Someone in college told us there was $300 apartments on the beach in San Diego, and we're like, we're gonna go to San Diego.
I would have went to San
And
Diego.
again, back to decisions that you make when you're that age, where you're like, I did not think that out at all.
At all.
Wow. We get out here, we end up paying $1,100 for an apartment in PB, but it was nowhere near the beach. And yeah, we just kind of like got here. We went to a lot of concerts along the way. I'm not going to admit that on television. But
Why? I need to know who you saw
went to
on the
some
way.
Fish concerts, like 10 of them.
Fish was good.
Down the coast, ending in San Diego, selling grilled cheeses. Yeah.
Nice.
And
Jesus.
then we like ended up sleeping at someone's house who we had met at the Fish concerts, and being like deathly ill for like 2 weeks, and then trying to like evolve and move into San Diego and get a job and everything. It was a rough first year. I ended up at there's a place called Galoka. Do you guys remember that place?
I remember Galoka in La Jolla.
Yeah, that was spent a couple years working there, and we did an open mic every Sunday.
Yeah,
and,
I actually went to the open mics.
yes,
There's
pass the
some
peas.
funny stuff going on.
I know.
Someone's
Do we have a
laughing
caller?
I'm a caller.
Hi,
I
hi,
know that
caller.
voice.
What's your
Hello?
name?
This is my stalker.
Mine is Peter Brown.
Hi, Peter Brown. Jody sounds
Hey.
like she knows who Peter Brown is.
Maybe, but as an anonymous caller, I wanted to ask about the spectacular event I heard that you hold monthly on the first Tuesday of the month at the Whistle Stop. Can you tell me more about it?
Well, yes. So on Tuesdays, on the first Tuesday of every month, we have an event at the Whistle Stop for music and film. It's like a music and film mixer where we play local music videos, local films. We encourage people to come out and network and meet each other because, you know, a lot of what we're trying to do in San Diego has focused on building a film industry here. And if you put film and music together, you get an entertainment industry.
Right.
And we've done an incredible job of bringing the film community together and creating a group of people who are just putting out like work. Like, I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 films, you know, a day being made at this
Wow.
point. There's a lot
That's
going on.
That's a lot.
It's a lot going on. But a lot of them are using music from, you know, other, you know, stuff they find on the internet or stuff their friend makes, but you know, they're not really utilizing all the great music that's here in San Diego. And on top of that, the musicians, you know, we have all these filmmakers who make incredible stuff, you know, the music videos and promo videos and things that could help the musicians. It's kind of a natural little connection there.
Yeah.
So we have this event every Tuesday, and we're working to get people there. And
That's every Tuesday.
every first Tuesday of every month.
First Tuesday at the Whistle Stop?
At the Whistle Stop, yep.
It's going on right now. It's already in motion.
It's been going on for a couple 4 months.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So 2 more months in January, and then we're gonna, you know, possibly continue to do it. Which is something that we set up for about 6 months, and met some great musicians there. Met some great filmmakers. Lots of strong drinks. Tuesday night. What else are you doing?
First Tuesday. Definitely gonna check it out. I think I know your stalker.
Yeah.
I think so. I do. I think he's been on the show before.
Has he?
I think. I could be wrong. I'm pretty good with voices, though.
Uh-oh.
He got quiet. He's like,
No more questions?
My cover's been
Paul,
blown.
what is his name?
Peter.
Peter Brown.
Peter Brown.
Peter Brown's gone.
Peter gone?
Peter got caught. Peter got made.
That's my only question, and so now I'm going to hang up as the caller.
Bye, Peter.
Thank you for calling, Peter.
Thanks for calling.
Oh, I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's, you know, something we're looking to build, and we have a lot of stuff going on all the time. So,
Is it open to the public? Is there like a cover? Like, should they bring anything when they come?
yeah, it's open to the public. I mean, it's a bar, so I'm assuming you have to be 21 and up. And you know, there's no cover. I mean, we asked for like a $5 donation, but just to help pay, you know, people who run it, and
Yeah.
you know, some of the
Staff.
that are there spending their Tuesday nights. And you know, you can submit things in advance, like if you want to show a music video or show a you know, web series or a TV, you know, some sort of short film.
Where would someone submit their
They could
material?
just send it to us. I mean, if you check out our website, you can send messages to us. Actually, the guy who produces it usually collects them, but we can certainly give you guys a link if there's.
What's the website?
filmconsortiumsd.com.
Filmconsortiumsd.com.
That's the first Tuesday of every month. And so if you're an artist, if you're a music artist, if you're a filmmaker, that's a place to build. I mean, that's a perfect combination.
That's a perfect combination. Yeah. Pretty dope.
So we have some of your reels to show. The first one is the video film awards. Yeah.
Run it. Run it.
But next, we want to focus on the filmmakers working in San Diego right now. In March of 2015, the second annual San Diego Film Awards were held at the Horton Grand Theater in the Gaslamp Quarter. Awards were given to local filmmakers, films, and talent.
The quality of these films are really incredible.
And you are nominated for Best Director.
Yes, I am. We're nominated for the Best Short Screenplay for The Case of Evil.
Well, I assisted in hair and makeup.
She is the nominee for Best Music Score. My little buddy here just won
Best Child Actor in a Short Film.
Wow.
Well, Absent is based on the murder of a child. It is not a gruesome, graphic movie by any means. It's a story of hope.
I'm interested in meeting a lot of people because the community network has grown so much. There's a lot of people I know on Facebook, but not in person.
So many of the films that are receiving nominations or awards tonight are 48-hour films. So I feel really proud that the filmmakers are getting recognition for their films that they've done.
I do independent films and I know what goes into them, and it's a lot of hard work and dedication.
Film is bigger here than a lot of people realize because we're kind of the unsung part of Hollywood.
Chaldean Voices by Learn for Life.
It's truly an honor to be able to represent my community, to share some of our stories. And the best director?
Best original screenplay.
Jamie Nieto for Blood Brothers.
Blood Brothers.
Dominic Arnold for Blood Brothers.
Best short film, Blood Brothers.
To this day, we still keep in touch. It's a family bond that we've got now.
We got into a lot of festivals, but this one means the most because from San Diego, we wanted to keep it local and shot downtown.
And the winner for Best Feature, Eternity the movie.
It's really, really hard to pull off a feature, especially in San Diego, so congratulations to all the other films for getting this far.
A lot of people think that everything has to be done in New York or LA.
You know, we all come from different places and we brought our work ethic with us, and I think it hasn't really hindered us to be in San Diego at all.
You know, as actors, we always do films in LA, but San Diego has a huge amount of great talents.
So LA tends to be rough and tough and mean and cutthroat, and San Diego is known for love and warmth and community.
I did a story with the San Diego Film Commission. I realized how vital it was to our city. Let's get behind it and let's watch it shine because there's incredible things going on. People need to realize that we are a force, and so let's get behind it and let's make it bigger and better. Absolutely.
I'm a good editor, huh?
Awesome.
Wow.
Not me.
Oh.
Good editor.
So you produced that. The
I did
awards.
produce that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's about 2
I can
months now. No.
We're sitting here watching it, and then Wiki's like, "So you created this? This is your?" She's like, "Yeah, me and a few other people, we made this out of nothing." You know,
There's it's you know there's a lot of filmmakers in this town, and they're really, 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 really talented. There's a lot of, if you think of film, it incorporates like everybody. It's like makeup artists, musicians, and editors, and I mean, there's 100, 200 positions that word, incorporates. So it's, it's really an arts thing, that incorporates all the other arts within it. Set design, photography, web design, music, sound recording, voiceover, everything. So, being able to create this, I think that's why it's been so popular, is that there's a lot of people who want to do this and who love doing this and love making film and love working in teams. Film is very collaborative. If you work with 30, 40, 50 other people sometimes, and all are working towards this one goal. It's like a team sport almost. So relationships are build very quickly because you see how people are in challenging situations, which you don't get a lot of in San Diego. For the most part, it's easy to live here. The weather's good. You go drinking with your friends at the bars. It's an easy life. But, filmmaking is hard. So you get to really forges or breaks relationships, quickly. Because there's the people who are like, yeah, I'd never work with that person again.
What for an up and coming filmmaker that's just starting out, what is the best advice you could give to them now who's really interested and has this passion for it, to keep going?
Well, I mean, if you're here in San Diego, you can get involved. Just get working and making things. You're not going to get better at making film unless you make film, period. You could go and learn, and I think I'm a teacher. It's valuable to go and learn. But, a large part of that learning is going to happen just by screwing up along the way and making a bad film and making 10 bad films until you're like, okay, I get this. This is how this needs to be done. And then, I've seen people go from the very beginning of the film consortium. I don't like to admit this too often, but the first one that we screened everything, and I'm like, yay, San Diego Film, and I watched the first batch, and I was like, maybe this isn't the best idea. I mean, this is, and then ever since then, I've just been proven wrong. Every batch of films just elevates a little bit more in some way, shape, or form. This weekend we had a fall film festival, and we got to see 51 local films that were produced in the last year, and there's some of those films where you're like, holy crap, this city is amazing. These people are good, and I know and they're doing it here, and they're doing it happily here, and they're excited to do it here, and they're getting better and better each time. We got to keep pushing that level up until we're producing things that can go farther than our little film festivals and our little film awards.
Keep working and make it better.
Did you produce the film festival too?
Yeah, I do a lot.
Wow.
I'm
in awe. I really am. You know, the most humble people always do the most amazing things. And you kind of have to cheat to get the information
she wouldn't tell you.
out. Right.
She wouldn't tell you.
The film awards. I know with the San Diego Music Awards, a lot of times every year there's a lot of backlash. Like a lot of artists feel completely left out.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of backlash with the film awards? Do you get that same type of thing?
Well, it's, before I started the Film Awards, I looked at a lot of different models, and I was like, how do you do this fairly? There are 0 ways to do film awards or any awards fairly. Somebody's always left out, somebody's not included, somebody's overlooked. So you gotta, to me, I kind of looked at it like, okay, well, what does doing awards do for us? Well, it gives people deadlines, it gives people a goal, it gives them a standard of like, okay, this is what a lot of the good stuff coming out of San Diego looks like. It gives people motivation to, accomplish something. There's so many good things about doing awards that, the negative side of that, of like people feeling left out or people not taking, responsibility for their own, career.
Or thinking it's biased.
I mean, I got that the first year and the second year, they're like, well, even if everybody from the second year was completely new, it didn't matter. It was, those are just, they're giving awards. But we don't necessarily get biased. They're giving awards to the same people. But it's a completely different batch of people. Factually. I think just inherent in the awards process is that issue. And you can't make everybody happy. I mean, what I always say is, there's no fair way to do film awards, but not doing awards is boring. Okay. We just don't do it, and then there's no, we didn't invent awards. This has been going on long before, so the inherent unfairness is you kind of just got to deal with it, and you hope that people, instead of saying they're biased or, they my stuff is okay, and that, is instead that they're going to take that and go, oh, well, let me try, and, let me get better, let me improve my skills, let me set a goal to win something like this or be on a team that wins something like this, and that they work hard and that they keep going. I mean, you can't make everybody happy. If there's anything I've learned.
Do you have kind of a board or a committee that their votes are submitted?
So the way we do it, I kind of combined 2 different models. One was I know the San Diego Music Awards has their model, and ours is the first round is voted on by the filmmakers.
Okay.
So if you have a film that's under consideration, you can come into one of the screenings. Not one that you can't vote on your own film. You can't vote on your own, but you can vote on other films. And it's you vote on you watch a film and you go, okay, I think this one deserves best directing. And 8 to 10 people watch that and they vote on it. And last year you had to get about 70% of the votes to be a nominee. So 70% of the people that walked through the door to vote had to vote your film as best directing for you to get a nomination.
So the actual filmmakers are voting on the...
Yeah. And then the second round is judges, which is the nominations already determined. And they go, okay, out of these 4 nominees, this is where it becomes really subjective, right? Yeah. Because, nominees are the winners, in my opinion, in a lot of cases, because those are the best ones. Now you start going this film over that film. I know it's part of the process, but there's a finer line there. So then the judges, 4 to 5 judges, 80% of them from out of San Diego vote on the winners. And that's the process.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not, it's a combination, they say, popular vote, popularity contest, or all judging, it's snobby or whatever. It's kind of a mix of the 2.
I really like that the filmmakers actually, nominate other filmmakers. I think that's most important because it's amongst your peers who are in the same realm. So.
Well, and also part of my reasoning to do that is then they get to see what's out there. So it's really easy to go, well, I didn't win, but that's because they're, But if you came in and watched all the films, chances are you're going to know by the time you leave kind of where your film compares to the other films that are out there. So, we're all in our own little vacuum, and we're artists, so we don't
you're just working on, this is your baby.
And it's the best you could do at that moment, and the next one will be better, but it's you take that and you go compare that to everybody else's babies, and you're like, oh, mine's great. Or you're I don't know.
My baby's not that cute anymore.
Yeah. We've had people walk out of their own, they're like, oh,
Oh.
So we have a film reel. Is this films that you've made?
Nope. So this is a reel of films that played or got nominated or were part of the film consortium last year.
Okay.
So all locally produced stuff.
Cool.
Do it. That's so awesome.
Jody Sillyman.
She's here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming.
Wow.
How can people get in contact with you online?
Well, we have our website, filmconsortiumsd.com, or you can email me at Jody, Jodi, at filmconsortiumsd.com. Then we have our Facebook page, and we're on, Film Consortium, and Twitter,
Film Consortium SD.
It's pretty much everywhere.
Do it. Do it.
We're everywhere.
And Whistle Stop.
Search it. And Whistle Stop.
First Tuesday.
Yeah, first Tuesday of every month at the Whistle Stop is our music and film mixer, with the goal of bringing the music community in closer with the film community so we can all work together on projects and help each other out and build the quality of what's going on.
That's beautiful.
I dig it. Thank you so much for coming all the way past the south of the 8 to San Marcos. Thank you so much. And
thanks for having me.
Good luck with everything.
Yeah,
much appreciated.
And you're pretty awesome.
Oh,
she builds award shows and stuff, but no big deal. No big deal. We'll be right back. DJ J Fresh, take us and do some fun stuff.
Yes, I did. So I packed it up and brought it back to the crib. Just a little something, show you how we live. Everybody want it, but it ain't that serious. That's that shit. So if you gon' do it just like this. Did you realize that you are a champion? You don't see just how wild the crowd is. You don't see just how fly my style is. I don't see why I need a stylist. When I shot so much, I can speak Italian. I don't know, I just want it better for my kids. And I ain't saying we was from the projects, but every time I want to lay away or deposit, my dad'd say when you see clothes, close your eyelids. We was sorta like Will Smith and his son. In the movie, I ain't talking about the rich ones. Cause every summer, he'd get some brand new hairbrain scheme to get rich from. And I don't know what he did for dope, but he'd send me back to school with a new wardrobe. And I think he did when he packed it up and brought it back to the crib. Just a little something, show you how we live. Everything I wanted, man, it seems so serious. That's that shit. So if you gon' do it just like this. Did you realize that you are a champion? When it feel like living's harder than dying. For me, giving up's way harder than trying. Lauryn Hill said her heart was in Zion. I wish her heart still was in rhyming. Kids gon' listen to, huh? I guess me if it isn't you. Last week I paid a visit to the institute. They got the dropout, keeping kids in the school. I guess I clean up my act like Prince would do. If not for the pledge, at least for the principal. They got the CD, then got to see me drop gems like I dropped out a PE. They used to feel invisible. Now they know they invincible. Did you realize that you were a champion? This is the story of a champion. Runners in the mob, you pop the gun. Stand up, stand up. Here he comes. Tell me what it takes to be number one. Tell me what it takes to be number one. This is the story of a champion. Runners in the mob, you pop the gun. Stand up, stand up. Here he comes.
Big bodies and tall swings, devil on me, spittle fills a year. Glitterati, big bodies and tall swings, devil on me, spittle fills a year. Glitterati, big bodies and tall swings, devil on me, spittle fields and all saints. Playing field lane, level in the lane, throw stones at your bones, kick pebbles at your pain. Swear they go hard, but they so jello in the pain. Tryna call Mellow, but he can't. Lord have mercy, but we'll be having that jersey. Flowing so hungry, rapping that thirsty. Think fast, fast women like Jackie Joyner Kersey. Fast life like born on Wednesday and died on Thursday. Fast money like Zakat Fitter. Break fast, slow my roll like brake pads. Cause if you run a light, they just might stop you niggas. Ronnie King on the dome, just things that I'm on go.
I'm on the street, I can't do it like Tay do it. I can't stop, won't stop like a Ford Explorer without the brake fluid. Spinning out on Firestones with a shake to it, leaving all the passengers with straight bruises. My rap style, niggas take to it. Me and Pooh sick of eating noodles. This year we finna add a steak to it and wild out with our hands in the air now. And smack these funny niggas giving us the stare down and get up on these fly chicks with their hair down, looking like the sweetest candy apples at the fairgrounds. And it's just the way we do this. So if you wanna hear some new shit, what you got to do is get up. Come on, get up. Come on, get up. This is the get up. What you waiting on? Get up. Get up. What you waiting on? Get up. Come on, this is the get up. Get up. My girls and get up. My ladies and get up. Come on, this is the get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. This is the
about these hoes.
Warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up, hip hop gang, warm up, yeah, hey, bring them drums in, hip hop gang, nigga, hey, warm up, got $1 in a dream, watch, nigga, warm up, hey. Hey, I'm just a Carolina nigga going hard for the Ville. I ain't seen 6 figures, but I feel like a meal. Cause I'm fresh up off the deal, well I chill, never that. I'm the hottest nigga out and you can tell the devil that. Got that crack, went from pebble to that rock, pedal that. So much bass, I mean niggas can't tell where the treble at. On the track, niggas can't keep up, hey look they trailing back. Now these busters couldn't catch up even if I pedal back. Won't lose, bet on that, or be in debt forever. Plus whatever jiggers say I'm hot, that's like the pot called Kettle Black. Now these industry niggas like damn, Jay said all that. Same niggas could've signed me, now they gon' regret all that. Bet on that, bitch, it's my beat, look how I get on that shit. I'm on it like I own it, cause I sewn it. Needle and thread, hip-hop heads know them drums, express yourself. Hey look, I try to school these niggas, they need extra help. I mean, they just don't get the message, dawg, no text can help. And now I'm on niggas go I'm tryna ball till I fall, catch myself, then ball again, fall to the floor, dust myself, do it all again. Part of him, sick nigga, never been a bitch. Spit it for them ones like me who never been a had a dream to make a team and get up off the bench, nigga. You fucking with me, your eyes are slimmer than a stick figure. Get bigger, nigga. Tears, I paid my price. Hey, so come and get this good game. Hey, you should come and get this good game. Hey, hey, pray for days and nights, I gave my life. Hey, so you can come and get this good game. Hey, you should come and get this good game. Yeah.
Things you do, don't sell yourself to fall in love. Things you do.
Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. Imagine smoking weed in the street without without cops harassing. Imagine going to court with no trial. Lifestyle cruising blue Bahama waters. No welfare supporters. More conscious of the way we raise our daughters. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Feeling like life is over. These snakes strike like a cobra. The world's hot, my son got knocked. Evidently, it's elementary. They want us all gone eventually. Trooping out of state for a plate. Knowledge, if coke was cooked without the garbage, we'd all have the top dollars. Imagine everybody flashing. Fashion, designer clothes. Lacing your click up with diamond rolls. Your people's holding dough, no parole, no rubbers. Going raw, imagine law with no undercovers. Just some thoughts for the mind. I take a glimpse into time. Watch the blimp read, the world is mine.
If I rule the world,
imagine that.
I free all my sons. I love them, baby. Black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
still living for today, in these last days.
We used to be number 10, now we permanent in one. Wyclef preachers on Ichiban. This is Mrs. Tin Can, I'm your candy handyman. Me without shoes like American without the bandstand. Cool fellow, dance hall, stay mellow. All that gun talk, who would've thought you die yellow? Damn, another hero wanna be. Now he sleeps with his friends in the mortuary. Dude, I find it rude when you intrude. My piston nozzle, it's your nasal doodle, comes out your anal just because you're buff. Don't play tough, cause I reverse the earth and turn your flesh back to dust.
Ooh la la la, it's the way that we rock when we're doing our thing. Ooh la la la, it's that natural light that the refugees bring. Ooh la 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 la, sweet thing.
Reporting live, Compton, California. Top the good kid. Tired of doing it the same way, gotta flip it before I ruin it. Make it all make sense before you put your toe in it. Opinions get thrown out the window with rhyme brows, so turn me up loud so the world can hear. And when your favorite rapper rapping, you should cover your ears and go death. Go death, I said, go death to stay dead. A shot to the forehead, a kill. But I ain't here for no ignorance. I'm militant as Martin Luther King and a penalty. Aiming for my dream till a bullet bounce off one of my deep thoughts and hit a nigga in the spleen. I got it in my jeans. You probably think I'm talking about a pistol, but I'm talking about the blood of a warrior. My nigga, what you worry for? I ain't trying to jack your swag. I'm trying to better my craft and stay relevant. Yeah, as time flies, hope that I'm sorry. Far from the boring, my God. Tell you why it's important. I'm not the boring, my God. If I think and act like you do, the world will die from not seeing something new. And if I don't speak on how I feel, the world will lose out on what's really real. And if I should die before I wait, I pray my music could take my place. The world, irrelevant. I'd rather you call me that than the typical artist you call whack on a YouTube blog holding 8 R's and stacks. Of ones but never can be the one to rally communities or lead a crowd of blacks. Passion is too strong. I'm pissed off, so it's a chance you get pissed on. Or Kelly was in the wrong, but that'll make you an exempt. That'll make you a no-go from hitting the fence. You ain't a blood, a damn show. You ain't a crip. The crowd yell. But I ain't a pimp, I'm me, I'm free, it's a 5-finger discount. See you on the flip side, right after I dismount. If I ever feel like I
It's a sunny day out in Cali, and the breeze feel good, and the mood's right, and what have we? A perfect example on how to cruise and things not to do in a city that'll swallow you whole. Whoa, cause in this thing called life, I kick back and press cruise control. Cause in this thing called life, I kick back and press cruise control. Cause in this thing called life, I kick back and press cruise control.
I'm driving down the freeway. Everything's going my way, like sunshine through the clouds. The world's still spinning round. Yeah, I'm driving down the freeway, dreaming of future skyways. Cause I'm always in the clouds. I don't plan on coming down. I stay high, so high. Yeah, so high. Trees so high, streets so wide, skinny arms blowing, blowing trees high line. Beverly Hills coasting, to living our dreams toasting. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Some say we living in a bubble. Yeah, some say we living in a bubble. Like the good witch baby.
Messages and she didn't know. But shout out to Jay Fresh, DJ Jay Fresh.
Shout out to Jay
rocking
Fresh.
it. And shout out to Kazal. That was Kazal featuring K Natural and Desi Page. And Kazal was going to be interviewed on the show tonight. But now he's not. He's not.
He couldn't make it because he's awesome and he's busy.
He had to go make some amazing music. But Kazal is a producer, and he's you can hear he's really good.
He's very dope. Very dope. He has you said something on Fuse TV now, and he's moving.
Yeah.
So catch him. We'll get him again. It's the Love Light. We gotta get you, man. Your passion gotta catch up with your light in a minute.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, we got some upcoming events coming up. It's November. Time for you to get outside in this cold.
Woo woo! So in San Diego, we've got Neo Soul Tuesdays goes down every Tuesday at Onyx Room, and they have their 5-year anniversary coming up next Tuesday,
5
November
years.
24th. Yes, Neo Soul on a Tuesday, and it cracks on Tuesdays. And Bilal will be their special guest performer this upcoming Tuesday. So
what?
Make sure,
How much are those tickets?
I don't know, but if you go on onyxroom.com, you can find out all that information. And you want to get there early because it gets packed early, and it'll be especially packed that night.
Especially packed.
Yeah, so that's happening.
That's happening. San Diego.
What else is going on?
Okay. Fresh is DJing. Got it.
Oh yeah, DJ J Fresh is DJing that night. Thank you.
Is
Mario.
he really?
Yeah, he's
that's
DJing
dope.
that night.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's DJing there on Tuesdays now. Congratulations, Jay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to he's gonna be famous and stuff too. We're not gonna get him anymore.
I know. We'll enjoy him while we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do enjoy him while he's here.
Yeah. Don't forget about us, Jay Fresh.
Please.
Also, we got New Era presents December 12th. Her. It's called Her. It's all female acts, all ladies putting it down. Got comics, lyricists, vocalists, dancers, poets, and a whole lot more. And that is going down at the Vision Pulse at the San Diego Pyramid at 7310 Miramar Road. And one of our former guests, Poetic. Shout out to Poetic. Yeah, she is curating this here event. So
you go, girl.
Yes, you know.
You go, girl.
And that's December 12th
at
Vision Pulse.
Word up. I seen her at the farewell party to Soul Kids.
Yes, she was there, and you were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
She was there. It was a fun night of female MCs all in the place.
Yeah, it was cool.
So dope stuff. Shout out to you, Poetic. Still rocking, doing good stuff.
Yep.
Love light shining. Love light
What
shining
else is
through.
happening? The People's Produce Night Market. We talked about this on the last show, and I want to talk about it again because it's every Wednesday. It's actually now. Happening right now. Or maybe it's over by now. But it happened this evening, 5 to 8 p.m. I went last Wednesday, and it's awesome.
What do they do there?
It's a night market, so it's at night. And it's a market. And they have, what do they do? There was line dancing going on. There was a lot of vendors. They had children's books. They had all this African art, delicious music. Delicious music.
That too.
Delicious music and food, and so much food. It's just a beautiful vibe. Everybody's just out there vibing, and
Every
it's
Wednesday
in the Big Lots parking lot on Euclid. So every Wednesday, but they need more farmers. They need some fresh produce out there. So if you know any farmers, or if you have a farm, or if you have a garden, you have any organic products that you want out, and any vendors whatsoever, they need more vendors out there. So you can hit them up. It's Diane Moss.
Diane.
You can just Google her, Diane Moss at Produce Market.
I think we need to have Diane on the Lovelight.
I think we do too.
Just throwing it out there, Diane.
Yeah.
Miss Moss.
But she is there on Wednesdays, so.
True story.
I don't know. Two Dianes can't occupy the same space at the same time.
We can work it out. She can come afterwards. We're on until 10. You can go. You can go.
Cool.
And finally, tonight, this is where I will be once I leave these stages in San Marcos.
Lucky.
Cherry Pop and 5-year anniversary in Hollywood at the Room. Jay Davy will be there with a special DJ set. I am so excited. I've been going to this spot. This is probably the only spot that I'll go to in LA consistently, and it's just always a great time. KG Superstar is usually the host, DJ Tendaji. It's just a fun time. So if you want to two-step real hard in the name of love, Cherry Poppin' at the Room on Cahuenga in Hollywood tonight. And I'll see you there. Let's hang out and stuff and celebrate the Lovelight Show and all that.
Yes.
Come on, Vicky, come with us. Come with us.
You gonna bring me back?
Not tonight. But I'll bring you back. You might not make it back until December 1st. But you'll get back home.
That looks fun.
Yeah. And congrats to Jay Davy. She just had a little baby.
Oh, really?
Little people. So, fun stuff.
So many babies being born.
I know.
Wow. When are you having a baby?
Next subject. I knew this was where I was going. We was going to keep it moving. Rolling with the homies.
But when's it going to happen?
You sound like my mama. All right. There was a big hoopla about what we were going to talk about tonight.
Hoopla.
Did you want to talk about it now? Did you want to come back and talk about it? Or do you need to refresh?
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Was it really a big hoopla?
Pay to play? It's always a big hoopla. It's always a big hoopla when you are an independent artist grinding your tail off in these streets. Pay to play. How do you feel about it? 760-798-9848. Call in, talk to us, because we're about to go in real quick about it.
So it's pay to play, yay or nay? I say yay. Pay to play is awesome. Just playing.
I was like, who is this woman? Who this woman?
No, really, I am not a fan of pay to play. I kind of feel like you're not either.
You be right.
Okay. I'd really like to talk to somebody who is a fan of pay to play.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anybody. Well, I know promoters are fans.
Promoters.
I'll say promoters with quotes. But yeah, I'm not into it. And I come from two different aspects. I'm a promoter. I've worked as a promoter for eons now, since 2000 through my first event. So, and then I'm also an artist, and I've been an artist for eons. So I see the advantage kind of from a promoter point of view. I do see it. I see it. However, the cons on an artist point of view outweigh any pros. by tons to me. Because, I mean, where do I start? It's a little bit, I don't want to say rape, but that's the first thing that comes to mind.
I don't want to say it, but...
As far as an artist. I mean, okay, so for people who don't know what pay to play is basically a promoter will have an event and they'll have artists come perform. And the artists have to pay a certain amount in ticket sales in order to perform. And if they don't, they'll get a certain amount of tickets, and the promoter will say, hey, you have to sell $500 worth of tickets. So the artist will be out, hustling to sell these tickets. So whenever you see somebody saying, I got tickets, that's more than likely 9 times out of 10, that's a pay-to-play event. And they have to come up with a certain amount of money, and if they don't, sell that amount of tickets, they still got to come up with that amount of money. So that's what it is, and I think it's whack for the following reasons.
AF.
And I mean, it's like the standard right now. That's what's happening right now, and I think it's whack because it's just rape. It's just, the promoter is supposed to be a promoter. That's your job. You're supposed to, as a promoter, I know that I'm the main person, that responsibility falls on me to bring people into the event. That's what a promoter does. But now you're putting that responsibility on the artist. And so instead of, getting ready for the show, practicing and rehearsing, they're out here trying to hustle tickets. And, promoters will kind of guilt trip you and say, oh, if you have a following, if you have a following, then it shouldn't be a problem. But have you heard that?
Well, the reason why I don't do pay to play is because I did one. I was with a group. It was me and this cat. We were called the Odd Couple. It was me and Dimensional. And our first show, we had this great song, and we had this EP was working on, and we had an opportunity to do a show to be seen by A&Rs from Def Jam and Epic and Atlantic. And the winner of this showcase gets flown to New York to meet at the Def Jam offices to play your demo. And all you need to do is sell 20 tickets for $25. It was something that added up to like $1,000. Mm-hmm. So I recall coming up with 500, him coming up with 500, us in rehearsal for 3 weeks prior, like 2-3 times a week, going in like this is gonna be great. We got this just smash single. We're gonna be on time and popping on stage, everything. We went out and we sold tickets to the friends and family who I love y'all for buying them tickets. We get to the show, and there was like this one group that had like 10 people in it, like 10 people on stage rapping loud. They brought the whole clan, and it was massive. As soon as they got off, they put us on. Mm-hmm. So, like whoever he just brought with the 50, 60 people, they cleared out, and then the 25 people that I brought were there. So we kill it. I mean, we had been practicing for, almost a month. And afterwards, when we get introduced to these A&Rs, we go to the back. This dude was like this. Hey, this is Candy Cone Dimensional, the Odd Couple. He was like, hey, what's up? Mm-hmm. This was the $1,000 I just paid to meet this A&R. Mm-hmm. And so ever since then, it just put like a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I'm cool. So now I see it still going on. I have turned down so many shows. Like, you just got to sell 10 tickets, 20 tickets. I've turned down so many shows. Now the promoters don't even have headliners that you're selling tickets to be on. Now you're just doing their job. Mm-hmm. Because a promoter, like you said, is supposed to go out, fill the club up, get everybody hype, put on a good show. At least for that pay to play that I did, that one and only, first and last, we actually had to go audition at a studio to see what our act was. Yeah, that was then. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, you got 500, you can get on.
And and therein lies the problem.
It's weak.
It weakens the show. It makes the show super weak. I remember going to a De La Soul show, and we paid to see De La Soul, and we sat for about 2 hours.
Through the weakest, wackest.
The weakest acts. And, I mean, we were just, like...
Folks rapping over their vocals.
Just waiting to see who we paid to see. And I don't mind. I love openers. But make it something that's quality. So, you know... Right. No, who wants to keep going back to see something like that? You pay for somebody, paid it for a good show, because that's what you're paying for.
Right.
And you got to sit through all these people who it's their first time ever holding a mic, because they didn't go through the proper channels to get to that stage to open for that artist. There was a time when you had you had to work your way up.
To be an opening
If I
act?
want to be an architect, I decide tomorrow I want to be an architect, and then I go to an architectural firm. I don't start as a CEO. I got to start as an intern
Right.
and work my way
Right,
up.
right.
And that's the same way how it should be as an artist. You learn. You got to go to the open mics. You know, we had to learn how to perform.
You had to fail a little bit. Like, you had to see
learn
what
how to
worked.
mess up and keep going.
Right. You had to let the mic go out on you and you still rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all been there. You have to
Right.
go through that. But these people now, it's like the promoters don't have no respect for the game.
Right, that's what it is.
And-
It's capitalism has won, and we all know
BS.
that capitalism is the leading cause of death of culture. You know,
All day.
So
All day.
basically, that's what it is. It's all about. It's become a money game, and the love has been taken out of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, pay to play. Thank you. That's all you right there.
Yeah.
But I do want to hear from someone who, because I know a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it, and some swear by it. I mean, the funny thing, here's another thing. I could go on all day about this. Here's another thing. So, as a promoter, you know, we've brought a lot of celebrities to, you know, perform or do whatever, host or whatever. I've had artists who do pay to play on a regular basis. They've come to me and asked to pay me so that they can open for these artists we're bringing. And the first time it happened, I was like,
Crazy. That's crazy.
really? You don't want to get paid for your work. You want to pay me? And how am I going to say no when we owe, you know, $10,000?
Right. It's like, yeah,
we
I'll
need
take
all the
this.
money we can get.
I'll take this $500.
So that also kills the game for a working artist, for artists who have been working for years and have been getting paid for their work. Well, this promoter, I don't have to pay you because I got this person over here
Giving me money.
who's going to pay me
Right.
to let them rock the mic. So I really don't need you.
Right. And I don't even know, like, in real life, like, what the promoter, the new school promoter, pay to play promoter does anymore. Like, they get a flyer made with like 40 acts on it, and I don't see them in the streets handing out stuff.
Right.
I don't know half of the opening lineup. You know what I mean? Like, an opening act should be an opening act. Like, you open up for this, not just like as many people as you can throw on with, you know,
Right.
the same song, different beat. Like, over it.
And boring people to death.
Boring people
Not to say that
do rapping like this. Yeah.
But it's not to say that everybody who does every opening act for a pay to play is horrible. I'm not saying that. It's just that many times it's their first time ever touching a mic. Ever. And so you're not going to be the best, usually, unless you're some anomaly, but you're not, you know, 99% of the time,
Ever.
you're not going to be the best performer if it's your first time.
They don't even
performing.
know to rehearse. Like, that's how
Right.
new they are to the game. Like, no, man, I know the words. My homies love it.
Well, they don't need to know the words because they're rapping over their lyrics.
True story. They have the vocals on it, and the stuff isn't mixed, so it's like, it sounds like crap. They don't know how to project it to the mic. It's bad for the culture.
It's really bad. It's not a good
It's
look.
bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Promote a quality show. Get some good people on the bill. Make your flyer look awesome. Don't have a whack flyer. That's important too. And then promote the hell out of your show.
Yes, remember the role of a promoter is to promote.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
But, like I said, I would love to hear from somebody who thinks differently. Because I love different opinions. That's what the world is based on. Differences.
Well, I was talking to Gigi Sweet, and Gigi is down with like maybe one or two, you know, do a couple shows because of the exposure that you would get from it. I'm just against it. But she was just like, you know, there's a way for you to get in front of a lot of different people that you wouldn't be in front of, which is cool. But I just have a that's why I don't work in corporate America now. Like, I have a way about doing someone else's job and not getting paid for it. So that's just my gripe. But yeah, she has thrown it out there a couple times. Like, you know, you should do this. This person's coming in. It's an opportunity. You know, it's like $300. You can get on. I'm just like,
One of the pros, exposure sometimes. Exposure.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But now, like I said, like
yeah.
sometimes they don't even have headliners anymore.
And then the whole A&R thing,
Oh, I was
I've
young.
heard that. Like,
I was young, yeah.
A&R,
I was
you
young,
know, that's like somebody's homie, you know. It's like, hey.
This fool was
you say-
on the phone
You say you're an
tweeting.
A&R. I don't care any label. Just say you're the A&R.
Just say you're the A&R. You ain't got to give out a card or nothing. Just do it. But yeah. Pay to play.
Pay to play. Jay Fresh has an opinion. I appreciate that.
I would love to hear Jay Fresh's opinion.
Where Jay Fresh?
Jay Fresh, where you at on the mic, man?
Yeah, hello?
Hi.
There he is.
DJ Jay Fresh.
So this guy put me on the spot, but I do think that when it's like a dope show, like I used to do the open mics back in the day, to where we would have a live band, we have a live host, I would be DJing behind the artist, we have a sound man up in the sound booth, checking the levels, engaging everyone, and you know we'll try to engage the crowd. We'd have a pretty good, decent sized crowd in there, and we'll just have a fun night. I felt like that an artist should pay for that, and on top of that, it was only like a $5 entry fee, but I felt like an artist should pay that, and also I also felt like it would humble an artist, because a lot of these guys would come in and be like, man, I don't feel like I gotta pay anything, but you don't have the skill, or you don't have the following, you don't have really too much to offer, but we offer you all of this, so it's only $5 they're asking you to pay, and on top of that, it's kind of like it's great vibes, this, that, and the third, but I don't agree with like the $300, like $300 to pay to perform in front of like a big name artist. Like when I think the last person I saw was Nipsey Hussle. I actually got the DJ for that, but it was like artist after artist after artist that just kept coming up there, and that wasn't I wasn't really feeling it after a while. But there was I did catch some dope acts out there, but I mean that was just pretty much my opinion. And we brought Man out here from LA. And we only charge artists $50 to come out there and perform for them. Hold on, son. Yeah. We only charge artists $50 to come on. I did charge, I had 10 different artists. I would have did it a little bit differently, but each artist was pretty dope. Like it wasn't just the artist. They couldn't hold the microphone right. That they actually worked on their craft. Mm-hmm. But I mean that I just wanted to. I appreciate that, for real.
And open mic, I don't feel paying $5 to get into an open mic, but to me that's not pay to play. That's just paying to get into the spot. And open mics are where you learn to be an artist. Like that's where you not learn to be an artist, but that's where you work on your craft. So, paying to get into an open mic, that's, I really don't consider that pay to play. I think that's totally understandable.
You're just paying to go to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you want to get on.
And vibe, yeah.
But yeah, if folks are really grinding it out and I don't know. I really think they should, if for these pay to plays, they should bring in kind of an audition back into it. Like don't just put on anybody. Mm-hmm. Don't just put on anybody and you have 30 acts and this promoter is just continuously reaching out to get more acts because he's trying to make more money, but he's not thinking about the quality of the show.
Right.
If you had 5 very, very, very dope acts, you could make the same amount of money because people would want to go to that.
Right.
But it's the way of thinking.
And you're helping build the scene. You're not helping build the scene when you have a whack show, when you put on a whack show. Like that's my whole thing. I don't want to sit through a whole bunch of stuff that, is not ready to be.
It's not ready.
Yeah, it's not ready.
It's just not ready.
Yeah. And if I go to an open mic, I'm going to expect to see that. I'm going to encourage the people who are there to, like the workshop, like Project Bloat. Mm-hmm. It's a workshop. And that's what you need. You need a place to learn the art of being an artist. So Project Bloat in LA, it's a hip-hop workshop. You go there, you get on the mic. It could be your first time, it could be your 50th time. The crowd lets you know if you're good or not. If you're not if you need more work, the crowd will tell you to get off the stage.
Please pass the mic.
and go and work and come back when you're better. And then that's how you become a better artist. You don't go from, like I said, I'm going to be an architect to now I'm the CEO.
Let me give you some money so I can be the CEO.
Right. It's just not going to work out. I don't want you building my houses.
Or my bathrooms or a chair.
Nothing.
Don't build anything. Don't build ish.
No.
Anyways.
I hear something. What do I hear?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe I don't hear.
Pay to play gods. I'm mad at you.
Oh, we have a caller.
We have a
Yay.
caller.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Oh, it's our guest.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Kazal.
It's Kazal's here.
Kazal.
Yo.
What's up? Yay.
Yo, man, I'm sorry I called in late, but I'm calling in, right?
How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm just trying to make sure this happens, you know what I mean?
Appreciate you for calling in. You're not late. You're right on time.
Right on time. What's up? We got Kazal on the phone.
Kazal is here.
Organism. Yes. So first off, I want to say we're fans.
Huge.
Huge
Uber,
fans.
this big. You're dope.
Yeah. We played your video a little while ago, So High. Really, really
The
good.
Bubbles joint?
Huh?
The Bubbles joint with
Yeah,
Desi
Bubbles.
Page
Oh,
and
yeah,
that?
Bubbles, yeah. The Bubbles joint. Yeah.
That's love, that's love.
Yeah, that's hot. So what's going on with you? Tell us a little bit. Let the world know a
Oh,
little bit about you.
man, we've been booming this week. I'm actually allowed to speak on it now. I'll be doing a television and online series with Fuse Network. Actually,
Wow.
third quarter of next year. It's just about like my whole life and the trials and tribulations that my young self has had to go through to bring my music to these stages and to my fans at large and stuff. I'm super honored, super fortunate to be able not only just to have this opportunity but to speak on it now. So the show is actually called The Glitch. Features a lot of awesome footage from the Low Theory Festival, doing cool stuff with a lot of my friends, musically and non-musically. It's almost like a documentary, but it's a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
You think documentaries are usually about things after or like once they've happened. It's kind of like a live documentation of what I'll be experiencing, just trying to be who I am and find my niche in this music thing, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Word up. And you're hella young, yo.
I'm 19. I'm 19.
You know what I'm saying? But you have done some phenomenal stuff. Your music is great. But just list off some of the people you've already worked with before any of this Fuse TV and all that popped off.
Yeah, man. Moni Love, Sadat X, a few members of Tribe Called Quest, of course my father, Mellow Man Ace, Scoop DeVille, and a lot of different people varying from coast to coast. So I've been really honored to have a pretty diverse, almost track list, if you will, for different people I've worked with. Between the OGs, even modern cats like KC Veggies, setting some things for Dom Kennedy and Earl Sweatshirt soon. So it's like, not only is it's like, I'm thankful for the OGs I've worked with, but there's a lot of cool material coming out with like younger and singers. I'll be doing things with Anderson .Paak.
Dope. Hey, Kazal, turn your radio down a little bit.
Okay.
But you said Anderson .Paak?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing some things with Iman Omari, Anderson .Paak. Might be doing some stuff with Flying Lotus soon. I'm doing some stuff with Mono Parley for his new EP, a remix.
Sheesh.
So it's like we having a lot of fun, not just with other vocalists, but like a lot of producers we're getting together now and finding that we inspire each other. So it's like, why not work together finally? So that's always exciting, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Cool. What's it like working? Well, I guess you grew up with legends, so I was going to say, what's it like working with so many legends?
Oh, well, that was like, my father, he's been such a great influence throughout my entire life, really. But now that I do music as well, it's like he's helped me to to be seen by a lot more people than I could have done by myself, and that's something I never take for granted. And so when I started putting out material with Delicious Vinyl, I was about 14. The first people to see that were, you know, my father's friends, and of course, those people go way back. The Mike G's, the Jungle Brothers, the Jerobe Whites, the Fife Dogs, and stuff. And so it's like growing up, I used to find myself in the studio sessions with those guys because there was always times my father couldn't find a babysitter. You know what I mean? So he'd have to lug me to the studio with him.
That's
and it's
what's
so
up.
crazy now because I never thought that, like, his lifestyle would somehow become mine. I never expected that, but then it's like when you look at the lineage of my family, actually, like, my father's first name is Ulpiano, my first name is Ulpiano, and there's, like, mad other Ulpianos, and, like, what we recently discovered was that our great-great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, Ulpiano the First, actually composed the Cuban national anthem. So it's like we've been doing this music stuff for a few hundred years. You know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
So you and your dad have a rap duo. I don't know how to say it.
The Zizix, yeah.
The Zizix.
It was a project we were doing for Delicious Vinyl that kind of got me through the door as far as just finding my own place in it. And it was like we did a bunch of singles. There was an album that we had put together, but for one reason or another, Delicious Vinyl kind of saw more potential in my actual being a producer. And I mean, even though we haven't really done anything under that Zizix tag in a minute, it's like everything you hear from me and my father, whether it's like his next, like his rap records, or like, it's the same energy because I still produce the greater majority of his music for him. Like on his last album, for instance, that just came out, we had the production was held down by myself, Gennaro Jarrell, and my good friend DiBiase.
Wow.
So it's like, even though we'll still, you know, work with other producers, I'd say I hold down about 90% of my father's production. So it's like, with the Zizix on paper or not, it's still that energy. And I think it's translated well into his new material and into my new material as well.
Cool. What does Zizix mean?
Well, the Zizix, I mean, we took the name, we was going out to Bakersfield, not Bakersfield,
Vegas.
We was going out to Vegas.
Yeah.
We was going out to Vegas, and we saw this weird, like, little side junction off one of the freeways, and one day we decided to go and see what it was, and so we saw it was, like, this old, retired, basically it was like a resort where the actors and, like, really well-off people from LA used to go in like the 50s and 60s to do, like, it was just like a resort spot. And this dude, Curtis Springer, it was his name, who actually invented it. He was like some evangelist or something that we later came to find out he would like scam people on the TV, like, send me $50, I'll send you like a package with fruit and it'll bless you with a miracle type stuff.
Wow.
And like, yeah, we learned the whole history of it, but we saw the name and we thought it was weird, so we added a Z to it to make it look a little bit more symmetrical. And then we ran with it, and like to us, we were playing big on the fact that it was like two generations, so that's how we kind of saw it. Was like, could be the old or the new, it could be the black, the white, the good, the bad, like, just because it was such a weird name. And like, in the duality of myself and him, you know, me being his son, him being my father, we thought it played on like the polar opposites, if you will, because although me and him are so alike, we're still so different in very many ways, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what that encompassed to us, the name itself, the Zizix, yeah.
Cool. Is it hard working with your dad?
Nah, I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just sometimes we'll be working on stuff and it'll be little things like I want the snare to hit a certain way, but he doesn't. You know what I mean? Or
Who
like he
wins in
wants his
those
vocals,
arguments? Who wins?
he wants his vocals extra crispy. So that's like we never really argue on much unless it's something creative, and I think that's part of what's kept me and my dad so close. You know what I mean? Like, is the music itself. But we don't ever really argue or nothing, like, unless, it's just about that, the snare. You know what I mean? Or
But who wins when it's like I need it to hit this way, I need it to hit this way? Like who wins?
that's a good question, man, because, the track record on that it's always changing. Like, one day, like, sometimes we'll be working on something, and then the way I hear the drums or something, it'll take him a day or two of hearing the song before he's like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Or, like, I'll do an alternative mix with his request, and then I'll do one that has my touches on it, and then he'll hear both of them, and then he'll be like, okay, yours. Or then, like, or sometimes it'll be the latter where I'm like, okay, Pops, yeah, you was right on using that sample in the hook. You know what I mean? So it's like,
cool.
I'd say it goes back and forth. No one's always winning.
It's a good
You know what I
balance.
mean?
He's like, no one's always winning.
Well, he did a good job in raising a future hip hop great, because you're the game.
You're pretty amazing, yo. Just saying, just throwing it out there real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
And we heard that Adolescence and Adolescence and 454 megahertz.
Oh, the 432.
Yeah, 432.
Yeah, that was my first album. I actually put most of that together through like 9th and 10th grade, and so that was big for me because that's what that album was about, like coming into adulthood. You know what I mean, and dealing with more serious obstacles, if you will. But the other thing too was like at that time I was learning a lot about myself as far as like knowledge of self and my ancestry and why why I act certain ways because of who I am genetically. Like on my mother's side, I'm German, Scottish, Hungarian, and Irish. But on my father's side, I'm Afro-Cuban, from Nigeria to Cuba, and I got a splash of Japanese. So it was like when you start finding all that stuff out at such an early age, it causes like a identity crisis almost, if you will, because then it's like, wow, if I'm this mix, which side of this do I run with? You know what I mean? Or where do I find myself? Who am I in this whole thing? And so like that album and the whole creation of it kind of helped me figure out where I was going. And so since then, it's just like, it's put me on this great journey, this music thing, and it's been like probably the best decision I ever made to not suppress what was drawing me, and that was the music, because I started making music when my parents split, and so the music itself kept me from doing a lot of dumb stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of stupid things, and I could have been like so many of my friends, and it's unfortunate to say this, but I had lost a lot of friends to like drug overdose at an early age and stuff, because it was like they started letting the kids get into the raves, and so the whole music stuff, it's kept me on a clean path. It kept me from making bad decisions. It kept me on the right track for who I am, and once I learned my place in my family, you know what I mean, having my name, everything began to make sense, and so the path cleared itself for me, and I'm just super thankful for that in itself, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's what that whole first album is about, is like just growing up and learning about yourself.
Growing up, you only 19, son.
I know, but sometimes like
well, you sound like an old soul.
Yeah, you sound like a grown man. No, you doing it.
My age sometimes, man. Like I'll start expecting myself to be as accomplished as some of my older friends. You know what I mean? Because I grew up listening to certain people, and now I'm friends with them. So it's like sometimes I feel like I'm not doing the best I could, or I'm not where I'm supposed to be if I'm not doing as great as they are. But it's like, dude, my dad always has to remind me, he's like, bro, you think dudes were listening to Jay Dillon when he was 19, you know what I mean? Or you think people were listening to Flying Lotus when he was 19, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of those dudes, like, I know Lotus hadn't found music that early, so it's like when he puts it in that perspective, it makes it all easier for me to realize, like, okay, I still have work to do. I still have tracks to lay, you know what I mean? And so, but now, I mean, after doing it for 5 years, and I'm seeing, like, when we did Low End Theory Festival this year, and they had me open for Earl, Thundercat, Flying Lotus, I got to finally meet Anderson .Paak, you know what I mean? Like, I got to meet a lot of people who I knew through the internet and I had seen around, but I never actually had the time to, or the chance to, like, build one-on-one relationships and friendships with these dudes. It's like, now all these things are coming to fruition, and it's like, it's just a beautiful thing to see so many things coming full circle, especially this year. It's been such an amazing year. Because, like, this time last year, I literally thought my career was over, man. It was crazy. I had this crazy, like, little period where I was super doubting myself because Delicious Vinyl had kind of let go of their roster, and I had to figure out what I was going to do, man. Being 18, I didn't know where my next, you know, where my releases were going to go. What am I going to do? So I started my own label. I thought it was premature at the time, but it's done really well, and we got all these great releases coming in from talented musicians and singers and MCs, producers from across the world. So it's like,
what's the name of the label?
I think when you just the name of the label is Ultra Slump, like Ultra Slump, and the slump. People ask me all the time, like, what does that mean? The slump to me, it's just like, I don't know, I guess it's just like my generational twist on, like, funk. You know what I mean? Like, Ultra Slump. You think Low End Theory beat culture, and it's like you go because you want to hear that slump. It's the feeling, like, that neck brace beat. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's addressing. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes, it definitely describes the sound. For sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Man, we are glad you started at 14 because you already have a catalog that's kind of out there and awesome.
And we can't wait to see where you go with it. For real.
Thank you so much. Yeah, man, I gotta start sending you guys music on the regular now, man.
Yes, you do on the regular now. Before you know what I'm saying, before you're a big TV star and whatnot.
No, I got you.
Word up. How can we have our listeners, like, find you on, like, your SoundCloud or Instagram or whatnot to keep up?
Okay, so everything's pretty universal as far as me. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube even now. It's all Kazal Organism. C as in cat, A, Z as in zebra, A-L, space, organism. And, like, if you can't remember Kazal, then just think those hip-hop glasses that Run DMC and Biz Markie rock. Right. And you'll find it, you know what I mean? So we got the SoundCloud, I got all the social media. I've been taking care of it for a few years now. And then for the label, too, I want everybody to make sure they go at least check out the label and see what other great things we're doing there. And that's all universal as well. Just Ultra, as that's spelled, and then Slump, S-L-U-M-P. And you'll find all that. There's the website, ultraslump.com. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and we're on SoundCloud as well.
Adding you right now. Well, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for having me, and I'm so sorry. Dude, y'all had, like, no word for me to the 11th hour, but I called, and I'm so happy I did.
Thank
It's been hella cool, man.
Yeah, it all worked out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Kazal Organism, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, ultraslump.com. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank y'all, man. Much love, always.
All right, we'll be right back with Don Gunn.
Oh, yeah, that's the big hug. Hey, Don Gunn. Hey.
Cool.
All righty, y'all.
All right, we'll talk to you. Peace.
Jay Fresh.
and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Just move on up toward your destination. Though you may find from time to time complication. Bite your lip and take the trip. Though there may be wet road ahead and you cannot slip, just move on up. For peace you'll find into the steeple of beautiful people where there's only one kind. So hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Move on up and keep on wishing. Remember your dream is your only scheme, so keep on pushing.
Testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. I gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. I gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. I gotta testify, I gotta testify. I gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Back when they thought pink polos would hurt the rock, before Cam got the shit to pop, the doors is closed. I felt like bad boy street team, I couldn't work the locks. Now let's go, take them back to the plan. Me and my mama hopped in that U-Haul van. Any pessimists, I ain't talk to them. Plus I ain't had no phone in my apartment. Let's take them back to the club. At least about an hour I stand online. I just wanted to dance. I went to Jacob an hour after I got my advance. I just wanted to shine. Jay's favorite line, dog, in due time. Now they look at me like, damn, dog, you what I am. A hip-hop legend. I think I died in an accident, cause this must be heaven.
Yay! Woo! Donnie. Don Gun's here. Hey, finally. I've been dancing all night. Yeah. Welcome to the Lovelight Don Gun.
Don Gunner.
Finally. We've been shouting her out like on the last like 10, 15 episodes. She's here.
She's here.
What's up, Don Gun? How are you?
Oh, wow.
What it do, boo?
I barely get to come to Dago. I'm excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
You need to hang out afterwards.
Yeah, let's hang out Dago.
Kick
yeah,
it.
Cherry popping.
We cherry popping. You can come, Mickey. Come on. I'm trying to tell you. Come on. Anyway. So we got like all these fun games and stuff for you, but before we get there, because Don is part of the crew, part of the system crew, does so much, dope artist, start her own label, all this other stuff. Like, talk about it, Don. Like, who is Don Gun?
Shit. Okay. Don Gun is an MC, hip hop enthusiast, system crew member, all female collective, Pretty Ill Entertainment curator,
CEO?
leader, movement maker, perhaps. Pretty Ill Entertainment is based on an all-female foundation for record label, independent artists, and women who need a voice and have a platform now to just voice whatever it is that their art holds for them. Beautiful women with really ill content. That's really what we stand for. And yes, it's a movement. And then the System Crew is all female collective. Candy Cole, Mickey Vale, Dawn Gunn, and so many really amazing female artists. And I'm just proud to be a part of the movement and just, you know, take it one step farther, or maybe like 20 steps farther, as far as I can take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And you're also stylist icon, fashionista. You have your own La Pistola Vintage. Talk about it.
I style people. I sell vintage online on Etsy, which is a really big community for handmade and vintage items. So I figure I would take my steez, which is a really rare,
my steez,
vintage steez, and people really had to appreciate it for them to support it. So I took my steez and I put it online to make it a shop and a boutique, and I turned it into a service so that I can style people and just loan people a look and a polished flavor for their brand. You know, I want to help people develop their brands and just have a consistency so that other people that they want to take interest and look at them, because, you know, people see your looks first. And if you can attract people with your look, I think then you can attract them with your sound.
She's loaning people her fresh.
Subsequently.
Loaning the steez out.
Loaning her fresh. Get into it. Get into it. Now, you just dropped a single, too. What do you know?
What do you know? Yeah.
What was your motivation on that?
What do you know is actually inspired by Tribe Called Quest joint, Bugging Out, and Tribe Called Quest is one of my favorite hip hop groups as far as just being consistent with a sound that motivated and inspired people to continue to perpetuate like real hip hop. Mm-hmm. And so, What Do You Know is pretty much geared toward the people that do that. What do you know? You know, it's me. I'm talking my shit, and that's what I do. And anybody who can't deal with it can go, you know, fuck themselves.
We've seen
I'm sorry,
people.
excuse me. This is clean. Anybody who can't deal with it can go be productive somewhere else.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sorry.
Can go be productive.
So What Do You
somewhere
Know
else.
is also produced by XL Robertson, who's one of my like A1s and go-to guys as far
Icon
as
dude.
beats go. Yeah, he's awesome. And
He's done. What did he do?
he's done Know Your
Limit.
Clap and
Was it the Silk the Shocker?
I'm like, what is the clean version of the title of the song is called? Down for My N-Words. That is C Murder. He's most legendary with the No Limit movement and Master P and everything, and now he's a major online distributor. So he distributes my music and the Pretty Ill label and everything like that. And shouts out to XL because he's an amazing producer.
Dope.
And he's just a great businessman.
He's a dope dude, too.
He's really responsible for a lot of things that people are not up on yet. And once you understand all these technologies, and you'll understand the man kind of behind it, and then you'll get to know X. So
You got to go through it, son.
Yeah.
To get to X.
So I'm lucky to kind of be a part of that whole movement.
Man, and your label, like you
Pretty Ill.
You got a pretty dope roster. Like we've had some of your artists actually on the Lovelight.
Oracle Jane Doe.
Anjo Adams. We looking for you, Miss Bliss.
Miss
you know.
Bliss.
But
Brandy
you also
Kane's
have
Sister Irie is coming. Brandy Kane, it will be done with her project soon, and then we'll be able
Dope
to
Man's Daughter.
like
yes.
really a Dope Man's Daughter 2, part 2, and we'll be able to really like hone in on the direction that she's going in at the time.
Mhm.
Her album sounds really good.
Yeah, she got some singles. Actually, we were
Yeah,
just
we
at her
have-
mixer on
We
Sunday.
got some good stuff going on. Yeah, shouts out to MCs Give Back, Devious One, DJ Gigi Sweet.
Yeah.
They put together a really amazing mixer last Sunday at Bronson Bar on Sunset, and just highlighting Brandy Kane and Panama Red. Shouts out to Panama Red and Born Allah, Tabernacle MCs, and Project Load.
Shout out.
It's so cool to see like the family come together when we come together, but still do our thing when we are individuals. Like being here, you know, is separate from being part of the Blow, but it all coincides, and like we can just like high five each other. So, it's real cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool.
So, the What Do You Know joint, it's because it wasn't a part of La Pistola.
No.
The album. So is it part of a new project you got coming out?
It is a part of a new project. The project is in progress right now. I don't have a title yet because I'm going back and forth on some emo stuff.
Oh, you're in the fun stage.
Yeah, I'm in like the
Fun.
that stage.
Which way do I want to go?
We're like maybe 4 or 5 tracks deep, and it's gonna be good. It's
And
gonna be
XL's
really good.
producing it?
XL is the executive producer at this point. The sound is really, really like What Do You Know? What Do You Know is it's what I like to call like a throwback current joint. Like we could play dodgeball with it now. If I throw you the ball, you throw it back at me, and you hit me, we win. Somebody wins at some point. At some point, somebody wins.
It's
so,
the old and the new.
Yeah,
it's the hybrid.
It's good. It's really good. It's a strong dodgeball. Whoever gets hit is going down.
Whoever get hit in their head.
Whoever get hit is going down. And anybody who loves dodgeball will love the song. So how about that? Yeah, it's a good song. And then we kind of base the sound off What Do You Know, the classic hip hop with the mixture of a current sound. So something that people who are younger now will go, ooh, what is that? And people who are classic hip hop heads like us will go, ooh, what is that? So it's a really good chemistratic. Chemistratic.
She done made a new word. On the Love Light, we make vocabulary,
level.
man. There's vocabulary that is made up.
I got a question. How do you feel about pay to play?
Pay to play is BS. Pay to play definitely favors the promoter. I think that promoters at this point have lost their way and have relied upon. Yeah, the promoter has definitely put the pressure on the artist and relied upon the artist to promote the event when that's their job. I think they have lost their what is it called when you fill out a resume? I ain't had a job. I do. Look, I sell
we don't know.
Job description.
I run a label. Okay, I write rhymes and stuff like that. So when you
you asking the wrong people, right?
So wait, hold on. Can y'all help me or no?
Or no?
When you have to take on the duties of something that is not your occupation, it's a problem, right? So the promoter's duties, it falls within their line of occupation, is to promote the event and to already have a poppin' event to bring their artists to. It is not the sole responsibility of your lineup to promote your event and therefore be responsible to make it pop off. I disagree with that. I understand the opportunities if they really exist because a lot of these promoters rely on exposure, but their exposure really is nothing. It's like me being exposed to you, but you know me already, and so on and so forth. So what's the real exposure? What's your definition of exposure? I don't agree with pay to play because I don't think that it benefits the artist.
Yeah.
So if there's a way to benefit the artist and really tap into the artist's fan base and not just supporters, because there's a difference.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
Talk
there's a
about
difference between
it.
supporters, because supporters fall off, and fans, even if they don't support you, are there for you.
Right.
Yeah, there's a difference. So I don't agree with pay to play. I think there's a really special time and place for pay to play.
Yeah. I mean, especially now, like, as far as, like, a rapper, say, in 1990 versus a rapper 2015, they wear many more hats. Like, now the rappers they're the manager, they're the booking agent, they are the artists, they are the promotions marketer, they're booking the rehearsals, they are... they're contacting the engineer, the mixing, the manager,
producer.
They're everything.
And now they're the promoter too.
And it's like, what, at what point is it break off? So yeah,
I think it goes in a circle too. I think when just looking from a 90s level where you start to learn the business of things and you're not just an artist because you've been an artist that's been played and you've learned your lesson, and then you start to learn the business, and then you start to kind of control things for other artists and you evolve that way. We've come a long way from that point, but we've also the knowledge that we've picked up along the way has kind of been detrimental to us a little too, because we take that knowledge and we use it against what we once were, which is the independent, growing, struggling artist. So we are the people now who went from the 90s and figuring things out to coming to this point where we go, okay, well now we're going to charge them and we're going to pay to play them.
Right.
So those people who learned the business back then are actually the ones doing that to us right now. So it's a little bit of an ugly situation.
They don't want to have to get a real job.
They've learned, they've learned a way to manipulate it to their benefit, even though they're not artists, but they're taking advantage of artists like us, and it's a really vicious circle because it's supported and it's manipulated, and you know you believe in it, and then you build a relationship with someone, and it just gets really confusing sometimes. So that's why people like me build their own structure and foundation and try to go and create from that point, because you can't trust people. You know?
Yeah, because the artists are now the bottom feeders.
Swear to God, I don't want to be one of those people that goes, how can I make $1 off Mickey Vale? Like, I just want to see her be beautiful and spread her talent and shine and, like, gain opportunity.
And how can Mickey Vale make $1?
And if Mickey Vale gains her opportunities and makes her dollars, then eventually Pretty Ill will benefit from that as well. But that's not my vision. My vision is not to make $1 off of you. My vision is to actually give you the voice to conquer. And then, you know, we make the dollars off the conquering.
Right.
Yeah.
So for your label, for women who are out there, singers and artists and MCs, do you seek out new artists, or are you open to accepting artist submissions, or how would they contact you if so?
Well, I started off within my own circle because I come from this amazingly talented crew and collective of women, the System Crew. And so I said, hey, you know, Oracle, hey, Bliss, hey, you know, let's create this vision and see who wants to get in on it and go from there. And then as we progress, you know, we've gone to Angel Adams, we've gone to Sister Irie, I've released some of my own music, but I started in my house. Now, of course, you can reach out to Pretty Ill on Instagram and social media, Pretty Ill ENT. You can find us online at prettyillent.com. And we're opening up the roster to new artists. But I just started with Home First. So it's open. It's open to everyone. If you're pretty and you're ill, like, that's two ways you got in already. That's 2 doors you're in, so we're good. Yeah, you know, and then we just go in with the dedication and the commitment to everything, and the wanting to be bigger than the music, but to really be a part of this movement that gives women the power that we deserve and that we work for and that we have already, but we just need the strength in numbers. That's how I feel about
it's
the
a bigger
movement.
platform.
So Pretty Ill ENT. It's everywhere: Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, and then prettyillent.com is coming soon.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm so excited about
I'm
it.
really excited.
Dawn Gunn is here. Oh my God, we have so many fun things to talk about.
I love talking about fun stuff. Let's do it.
We have a game.
Okay, game.
And we've only brought out this game maybe like in a year, maybe like 3 times, 2, 3 times, maybe 2, 3 times. It's called Questions. I don't know if you've seen it before, if you've tuned in or not. It's cool. But we ask you questions, and you don't have time to expound on it, or just first thing comes to your mind.
It's like yes or no, but with nouns or
with
pronouns
or with real stuff.
Or verbs.
Or verbs. So did you want to go first?
Or
you go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
Question 1.
We're gonna go back here. Okay.
Ghostface or Raekwon?
Ghostface.
Beyonce or Aaliyah?
Aaliyah.
Manhattan or Harlem?
It's the same, actually.
Oh,
Harlem
really?
is a section of Manhattan. So the borough is Manhattan. Yeah. It's
Told
like
you,
Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy is a part of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It's Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens, the Bronx.
Look at these Cali girls don't know nothing about no geography in New York. You see what I'm
So
saying?
I'm actually
I tried
from
to tell
Manhattan, but I'm from Harlem, which is a section of Manhattan.
Okay,
So both.
Okay.
So both. Manhattan and
So
Harlem.
both. All right.
She said, I don't know which one it is. And
She's
then
from
it's like
one of them,
Manhattan
but
and
I feel
Harlem,
like
but-
it.
No, yeah, both.
All right.
Some people go,
Okay.
oh, Brooklyn. I'm like, nah, yo, I'm not from Brooklyn.
See, I
Totally
told you,
different borough,
Brooklyn
son.
and Harlem.
You're right. We should have went.
We
Okay. Okay. Liquor or herb?
Fudge. Herb. Now that. Because you know me. That's
I
big.
do know
herb.
you. That's big. It's big.
Herb.
It's big. It's up here.
Because I drank. But herb, okay.
Walmart or Target?
Target.
Wu-Tang or Black Sheep?
Oh, Black Sheep. And here's why. Here's why. Because I know the majority would say Wu-Tang, and I understand why. And Wu-Tang, oh man, like Wu-Tang. You know, like kind of the cross to Wu-Tang. But Black Sheep actually really changed my perception of hip-hop and how I could approach it. Black Sheep made me feel like I could approach hip-hop from a writing point and not just a listener and a fan point. So I always big up Drez, and I was able to actually kind of become cool with Drez. So shouts out to Drez. Because Jerobi has befriended me, and that's awesome. So shouts out to Jerobi.
Shouts out to Jerobi and Drez.
I always felt like when I was growing up, the Black Sheep album, A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, just completely shaped how I
Classics.
felt I would approach hip hop, and it really was a big part of how I picked up a pen and started writing myself. So Black Sheep. Wu-Tang didn't influence me to pick up the pen, but Black Sheep did.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Black Sheep.
Don Gun fun facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good one. I like that.
Pen and pad or computer and phone?
Oh, pen and pad, absolutely. I cross out a lot of stuff.
Right.
But
As
I
you
want to
can
keep
see,
it.
Me too.
I can see it.
But I
Go
want
back
to
and
keep
copy and
it.
paste.
When you delete stuff from the computer, you can't
It's gone
get it back.
forever.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
gone
just scratch
forever.
it out and go back to it. So notes, definitely.
If you could have one, a private plane or a yacht?
Yacht. I love the water. I love the beach. I love staring out into the sunset and knowing that I could
Long
be
watch on the beach
swallowed
with the
up.
sunset. The humility of the
knowing that I can be
ocean.
swallowed up by the water
Right.
right, at any moment, but I could turn around and punch somebody in the face who's on my
See,
boat.
there's always punching. There's always punching in the face.
It's very human.
Okay. Tupac or Biggie Smalls?
Oh, Biggie.
Biggie. Dum 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 dum.
Biggie. Yeah, Biggie. He really
skirt,
influenced me.
Pencil skirt or hoodie?
Hoodie. I love pencil skirts too, so that's rough. But hoodie all the way.
Troop
Comfort.
or Jodeci?
Jodeci. Nasty soul hip hop. Amazing cutie pies.
Devontae.
Just everything. I was a Dalvin lover. I love
Jodeci.
Oh, I
Dalvin.
love Devontae.
Oh man.
All right. Sole producer of your own classic album. DJ Premier or The Alchemist?
Oh, that's so tough, Candy Cole.
My bad.
Oh,
We got
that's
stumped?
tough.
We got stumped?
Yeah.
You gotta answer quick. You gotta answer quick.
Oh, that's
You've never had a stump.
Alchemist.
If he whispered it, I don't know if it's for real.
Because I just feel like organically from my soul, Alchemist could capture some stuff.
She said from her soul.
Primo would absolutely capture like my nostalgic soul, and Alchemist I think would capture like my true being. It's tough. That's
yeah,
tough.
because you went deep on the
And
explanation.
then Mickey was like, hurry up, and I'm just like, oh,
Put the pressure on.
But that was rough. Yeah, that was a rough
I
one.
got another one for you.
All right.
Breakfast Club or 16 Candles?
16 Candles. Samantha Baker and Jay. Yeah, Farmer Ted.
Brown
That's my-
Sugar or Love Jones?
Love Jones. Great soundtrack. Sexual. Brown Sugar, corny. I had my own experience with hip hop. I don't need theirs. Love Jones.
I can't.
I need that. I need that experience. So I'm going with Love Jones. That's one of my favorite soundtracks too.
Gosh.
Louis Vuitton Don or Yeezus?
Oh, Louis Vuitton Don.
Word.
Humble,
Blunts or
awesome.
Papers?
Blunts. Roughneck.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson. All day.
You want one more, Mick?
Beat it. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Unlimited love or unlimited money?
Money.
I said she a gold digger.
But
Thank
I'm
you for
smarter.
playing questions.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she's smart.
But
though.
she's smart though. She's smart though. And
This
I
was
mean,
fun.
I mean, we had another discussion. I know we run out of time, but Billboard just dropped the 10 best rappers of all time.
I saw that.
Biggie, Jay-Z, Eminem, Rakim, Nas, Andre 3 Stacks, Lauryn Hill, Ghostface, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne.
Top 10. Yeah. Disagree?
There you go.
Agree. Disagree. Yes, I disagree.
With the whole thing?
I disagree with the fact that some of those artists are in the top 10. I think they are really great artists. I don't think they all belong in top 10.
Who? Okay.
Expand?
Not to talk about who's in it. Who didn't make it for
Who
you?
missed the top 10?
That
The whole
needs to be
thing
in
is
there.
like focusing on the fact that it's the top 10. Like, because there's a top 15, 20, 30, 40, all the way. So we want to scramble and put all these people in the top 10 and make everybody happy. Impossible. I don't think some of the new people deserve to be in the top 10 greatest.
Of all time.
Yeah. I think that they're still working on it, and I think that they have great potential, but I don't think that they deserve that place right now.
So you're saying Kendrick doesn't deserve that yet?
Not yet. No. I think he has all the potential in the world to beat some of the top
Yeah,
people.
I think he's amazing.
I don't think Lil Wayne deserves that. Maybe I should put this in a more constructive way. I do agree with some of them.
Uh-huh.
If I may disagree with Lauryn Hill being in the top 10 as an MC, I think that
should be in
she
the top 2 for
deserves.
me.
I think that she deserves to be in the top anything, but there's just so many amazing MCs that deserve to be in the top 10 that I think she comes in a close whatever to them.
They're
Third,
better than
fourth,
Lauryn?
fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to
don't know.
hear him.
I need to hear him.
I mean,
I
especially
think-
if you go back and you think about the controversy with her writing, her production, you know, her wanting to stand out on this album alone. This one album doesn't prove Lauryn Hill to be one of the greatest MCs
Well, Biggie
of all
only put
time.
out one album, then he put out another one. He died.
That's true. But his legacy and his feature verses, I think, lived on and made a lot of noise structurally, lyrically, skillfully.
So you feel
I'm
like
not
he
saying
deserves to
that.
be there?
I do. I think he deserves to be in the top 10.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can't take Lauren out my top
10.
10. You can't take Lauren out. But
I think
in
she's
my top
repping
10,
the ladies, and I think that that's awesome. But I don't think that top 10
I think
is
it
where
goes
I don't
beyond
think it
ladies
is.
with Lauryn Hill. Her
Yeah.
flow is just ill.
She's
To me,
immaculate.
not many that could touch her flow.
I agree with that.
in my top 10, would have put Ice Cube. Ice Cube needs to be in there for me because, well, I love Ice Cube. Hi, Ice Cube. But he wrote all of NWA. He wrote all of his solo, West Side Connection, Lynch Mob. This man is like the foundation of West Coast rap. And he's never, ever, ever, ever been. He's always in my top 10. My top 10. but-
He's in mine too.
yeah, but I love Cube. And, hi, Cube. But
Once again.
I think he needs to be recognized for all he did. Because people like now, if you're like 22 and under, or 25 and under, you're like, and I'm only 27, mind you. But if you're like 25 and under,
Wake up, Ken.
you're like, oh, the guy from the movies, you know, they don't really know Cube. But Cube, when Cube was broke Cube and looking for my publishing check Cube was one of the illest and could still write a bar, you know what I mean? But I don't think he gets the he still got bars, but he doesn't get the respect because he's made so much money now. And he's so big, he's bigger than hip hop fame. He's now motion picture movie, Cube Vision, Friday, Barbershop, Ride Along. He's on another level, but people disrespect the legacy of Cube. So he would be in my
As a
top 10.
lyricist, yeah, I think he belongs
He would be
in
in
the
my
top
top
10.
10.
Absolutely.
And No Vaseline is the dopest diss track of all time. If we're going to just put that out there. So, that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
I was going to Cube in there.
Do we have a Don Gunn track?
We do. We have What Do You Know?
Hey,
What do you know? The dinner artist first up to bat.
No batteries included.
Shout out your people, doggone. We out of here.
Yo,
shout them
out
out.
to XO Productions. Shout out to Ty Black. Shout out to the System Crew. Shout out to Mickey Bell and Candy Cole. System Crew too. Shouts out to Pretty Ill Entertainment. Everybody out in Harlem. Everybody in Manhattan. Everybody in LA and Antelope Valley. Even everybody who supports me. Shout out to my kids and my mama.
And your mama.
I love y'all.
And your mama.
Shouts out to Kazal. That's like my little brother. So yeah, I'm excited to work with him too, and I'm glad to see him doing his thing.
At Dawn Gun.
Great producer. At Dawn Gun.
Dawn Gun.
DAWNGUN.
DAWN.com.
Follow Pretty Ill Entertainment. Pretty Ill ENT.
And we're about
Everywhere
to get into
online.
this Dawn Gun track. What do you know? Thank you all for tuning into the show tonight.
Thank you for
Make sure
everybody.
check us out on the Lovelight Show online.
Peace, Dago.
Everybody that called in and stuff. We here. The
Stay
Love
classy.
Light. Let's go.
Jody Silly.
Jody
Kazal,
Silly.
Duncan,
Kazal.
Mario, DJ J Fresh.
Little DJ J Fresh. Black. I heard you. Black. Word up. Hey.
Black. 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 Black hoodie, black shoes, black socks, black to the roots. Got my black thought on cop. Richard blast on these fools, boy. Black on the block, and my insane slang bang hard like black rock. Black like the stallion, black like when cats is rocking African medallions and housing the party. It's a black thing, boy. Better ask somebody. Turn that black music up and pass the Bacardi. Black like night, black like my president, black like a civil right. I'm black with a vengeance. Black jeans, black chucks, black fitted to the side. Walking down the black block, I pop bumping black star. Hats are off when it comes down to it. Call me Candy McFly, bringing black to the future. Black kings, black.